So today I'm going to be showing you what is inside of this package, the setup process, and we'll go 2 weeks and I'll let you know how I like it and whether or not it is cutting down on toilet paper as much as I thought that it was going to. Let's find out what's inside. My name is Britt if this is your very first time here, and today I'm really excited to begin the beginning of what's going to be a 2-week process video. So let's hop into it. This is what I'm going to be talking about today. It is a company called TUSHY, and I have a little synchronicity story about how I found out about this company. Those of you that haven't heard about TUSHY before, it's a bidet company. What's a bidet? A bidet is a little thing that is a part of your toilet that squirts water up at your butt and all the other parts to clean you. Why? Why get this? Well, in Asia and Europe, bidets are like super normal. I have only used a bidet like one time in my life, and it was very shocking and surprising, and I wasn't very comfortable with it. But here's the whole thing about it. A little while ago, I was at Target buying toilet paper, and I was getting my big 24 pack of toilet paper. I'm someone that wants to become more conscious in all areas of my life all the time. So buying this big massive thing of paper wrapped in plastic, I started thinking, man, there has to be a better way, especially because my 24 roll of toilet paper costs like $25. So I go through it about every 3 to 4 months, which means I'm spending upwards of $75 to $100 a year to use paper products that I don't want to be using in the first place to wipe my butt whenever I go to the bathroom. So I started thinking in the aisle, there has to be a better way. And a lot of times when I put that energetic request out there, there has to be a better way. Universe finds a way to weave it into my reality in some way. So I wasn't planning on getting on my computer that night, but I did, and I found myself on YouTube, and a few videos later, doesn't it always happen that way, I ran into an entrepreneur called Mickey Agarwal. I'm probably totally butchering that. I ran into this hour-long talk of hers, and she's an entrepreneur who covers pee, poop, and periods. So this is one of her companies. This is the poo part, TUSHY. She made a urinary incontinence underwear brand called Icon, I think it's called, and Thinks Underwear. She is the founder behind Thinks Underwear, which a lot of women know is like a period panty that you can wear so that you don't have to be using a menstrual cup or using tampons or pads to be more eco-friendly. I reached out to them and I was like, wouldn't you know it? I was just getting more toilet paper and I really wanted to find if there was a better way. This cuts down your toilet paper usage a ton. It's way sanitary.
Toilet paper just smears around your residue instead of washing it away, especially if you're furry down there. Meet TUSHY.
She brought up a really good point in her talk and said, if a bird came and pooped on your arm, would you wipe it away with just paper? No, you'd wash it off. So TUSHY was kind enough to send this to me. I'm really excited about using this because in just a few months, it covers the cost of toilet paper that I would be using. This is a pretty inexpensive option, and if it does truly cut down on my toilet paper consumption, it pays for itself in just a few months. So today I'm going to be showing you what is inside of this package, the setup process, and we'll go 2 weeks and I'll let you know how I like it and whether or not it is cutting down on toilet paper as much as I thought that it was going to. Let's find out what's inside. You've got the bamboo toilet paper. So they make this with no bleach and no pesticides. They kindly put it in there for me to try. I didn't know they were going to send me this. Ask me about my butthole. Definitely sure to be a conversation starter. I love that because if I'm trying out a product like this and I really love it, I want to talk to people about it because it's really important to me. With the eco-friendly aspect of this product is going to make me want to talk about it with other people if it does what it says it's going to do. I didn't know they were gonna put this in here. It is a TUSHY Travel, a bum washer for people who poop on the go. So it looks like you expand it out, fill it up with water, and you can bring it to like festivals or camping wherever. These are 100% organic bamboo fibers, and they are 5 hand-size booty patters. Super, super soft. They're called Tushy towels. And here is the Tushy. Here it is. Setup is only supposed to be like 10 minutes. You don't need any extra attachments, and it just clips onto your toilet. So it should be a really simple installation process. And then I'm gonna use it for the first time, and I'll let you know how I like it in 2 weeks. Let's go. Here I am, a cool almost 8 weeks later, but it hasn't been 8 weeks yet. Come here, Picasso. That collar is... So for everyone that hasn't met, this is Picasso. He was my mom's dog, and I'm happy that he showed up right now because I don't think I've introduced him to this channel yet. We have adopted him into our family since my mom passed away in January, and this is another reason that it's taken me so long to get this video up. I'm not gonna go super into it, but I did make a video on my mom passing away. You know, I feel like the grieving process isn't talked about that much because after a couple months, people are like, yeah, okay, I get it, you lost somebody, like, move on with your life. I've really been taking this year so slow, allowing myself as much room and space and time as I need to totally lose it and fall apart, but that's not what this video is about right now. So what we're doing here is a review of the Model 1. It's like the lower priced tier Tushy bidet. And I've had a good amount of time to sit with this product now. I'm really eager to share what I really love and what I don't love as much about the Tushy product, but overall, I'm using so much less toilet paper now. This whole experiment just really brought the awareness aspect to even being aware of how much toilet paper I'm using in the first place. Especially as women, we are usually using toilet paper for both number 1 and number 2. So when we pee and poo, so we use a lot more usually, and children will use a lot more too. It was so funny, my 11-year-old nephew came over and he's like,
T. Britt, what's in your bathroom? What's on the toilet?
And I was like, oh, it's a bidet. And he goes,
so you're telling me it's a bum wash?
I was like, yes, it's a bum wash. My dad wanted nothing to do with it. So I told all of you that I shot 6 commercials in November. I made the majority of my income as a model, and I have for about 12 years. At a lot of these commercials, I was the main person or one of the main people in the commercial. So usually these commercials are for hotel and casinos, the super bougie, lavish ones in Las Vegas. Yes, I live in Las Vegas. I was born and raised here. And I was booked principal on them, so we're usually in these massive executive suites, like 2-story huge suites, and all of them had bidets. And in the past, I've been booked on these shoots and I haven't tried the bidets because they've always kind of freaked me out. and I didn't want to be surprised, but these were so nice, and I used all the bidets in all the shoots that I was on this last month, and I have to say, it just made me that much more proud that I have one in my own house. And when guests have been coming over, they're like, oh my gosh, is that a bidet in your bathroom? And I'm like, yes, it is. So let's get into some of the pros. Bringing the conscious awareness of how much toilet paper I'm consuming and using. Like Mickey said, if a bird came and pooped on me, I wouldn't just wipe it off with a piece of paper. I would want to wash it. My whole mindset around washing myself has totally shifted. The Tushy towels are amazing. I usually, to maximize the use that I get out of them, they come in little squares, and I will fold them in 4s. So I'll use one trip, I'll use one surface. So after I pat myself dry with the one towel, I'll like turn it over and use another fold that I haven't used yet. That way you can get like a good 8 or so uses out of one. The bamboo paper was more like a single ply or a really thin double ply, so I probably wouldn't get that again, but I really like that they packaged it in paper. They didn't package it in plastic. There was actually no plastic in the entire Tushy kit that they sent me, which I really appreciate because most companies are not so hip to that jive yet. It just seems like this company has like a really deep intentionality within like the roots of the business, the roots of the company. Now for some of the cons. So I would probably invest in the second tier price model where you have a temperature dial and you can set the temperature. Especially now that we're going into winter, the water is a little cold, but you know, it's not the biggest deal in the world. The bamboo toilet paper I didn't love a ton, but it's not a big deal. I've had to tighten the bidet onto my toilet once so far, which again, not really a big deal. It just takes 2 seconds. So another thing, I totally took the liberty of personalizing my little tea that they sent me. I always love, like, I'm not really a big wearer of just like plain old teas. I have to make it my own somehow. And the best part about it is that whenever you cut the end of a sleeve off, it actually makes these little headbands. And I also use the little headbands for when I go to yoga, when I go to the gym and I don't have a rubber band on me. I can just like circle it around, especially because this fabric is pretty stretchy and it works as a little rubber band too, so that's always fun. So I just cut this for myself, making it a little more me. I haven't worn it out yet, but I'm excited to. If you want to try Tushy, then you can use code Britt Lynn, BRITTLYNN, for 10% off. Highly, highly recommend. I'm so excited to start opening up more on what I feel like is actually my true nature, approaching our lives with different elements of conscious awareness in whatever avenue or element resonates for you. Not everyone cares about the same stuff, but it's really important that we take a scope out, take a look at the world around us and say, what is it that I can do to leave this world a better place and to consume less stuff that's gonna end up in a landfill. So whether that's reducing your paper consumption, reducing your plastic consumption, taking more mindfulness on the things you're putting into and onto your body. Ultimately, we feel really good whenever we're happy, healthy beings, and when we feel like we're contributing and we're giving back to society in some way, shape, or form. So long as you're feeling good about yourself, you are radiating that and emanating that energy into the world, and that is what provides sustainable change. So thank you for doing that. Thank yourself for caring about yourself, caring about the world at whatever capacity, even if you just want to wash your ass. Totally cool. I'm sure you're gonna really appreciate it. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.